Guys, we have a video here from Alexander Coccia. We have watched videos from him. They are cool, short videos that are great and have opinions and make us talk issues about the game, you know. So I have been liking his videos that we watched like a month ago. I don't know. Those were about the matchmaking system and the collection track and whatever. And now he has a video here called Complete Token Shop Tier List. Unlock only the best cards. And I like this topic because I also have a video talking about the best cards that you can get with your tokens. So I want to see what he has to say here. The video only lasts for 6 minutes, less than 6 minutes, but since he has a lot of cards here, and maybe I want to talk a lot about that, maybe the reaction will get a little long. That's why I don't have my snap open. I normally, when I react, I have my snap and I play my AFK deck, but I want to pay attention to this, and that's why I don't have my AFK deck right now, because there is a lot to see in this tier list right here.
Hey everyone, it's Alex, and this has been one of the most requested videos in the last few days, and that is a straight up collector's token tier list to give you an at a glance kind of value of how I think you should be spending your tokens in Marvel Snap. Now, collector.
Exactly. Everybody got 3K tokens. Everybody wants to know what to do with them and don't waste them. Because as I already told in my video talking about the shop, tokens are really hard to get. So if you waste them, ooh, that will be rough for you, my dude. That will be really rough for you, my brother.
Collector's tokens are extremely scarce. They're very valuable, so you don't want to waste them, okay? So I wanted to make something short and sweet to help
Pre-watch.
discuss and show you guys where I thought some of these cards landed in regards to the viability for your tokens, because again, they're scarce and you don't want to waste them. Feel free to take a screenshot, reference this video whenever you need to. I made it short on purpose so you can come back to it quickly and get everything at a glance. But anyways, I'm just going to explain quickly how my thought process went, how I came to the tiering system, and to help you kind of at a glance get a good perspective and help you make informed decisions with spending your tokens.
I like that. That is cool. What I'm seeing here is that he included every series here, you know. So he doesn't only have series 3 here. He included series 4 and series 5, because right here you can see a Luke Cage, you can see a Galactus here, you can see a Shuri and a Thanos here. And here I already disagree. What the fuck is this Thanos doing here? You know what I'm saying? Thanos needs a lot of support to make it work. So if you are going to buy a Thanos with your tokens, I recommend having a full series 3 or close to a full series 3, because he needs a lot of support to make it work. You know what I'm saying? If you are starting out in your series 3 or you are like at 1K collection level, maybe you won't have enough support to make Thanos work. So I don't know if I agree with this Thanos in tier 1. It isn't because he isn't good, and probably he won't be good, but let's assume he's good. To make it work, he needs a lot of support. You know what I'm saying? So maybe he isn't. Oh, he has a Green Goblin in the tier 1. Oh, Alexander, bro, you are awesome, dude. And I've also called my name is also Alex, so we are cool here. You have the Green Goblin in the tier 1. Brother, you are my dude. You are my man. You are my boy. Forget everything I said about Thanos. No, what I said about Thanos is cool, but I agree with the Green Goblin. I could go one by one, but that will make a long video. What I can tell you is, since the tokens are scarce and you only have a few tokens, you really don't need this whole list, bro. You only need the 10 best cards, get those cards, and that it is. That's it. If you already have those cards, well, you can check out the tier list, you can check out some combo pieces. But bro, what you need is 1, Mystique, Zera, Destroyer. Get those cards. You are Gucci, bro. You already have them. Then you can see what else you could get. You can get the Green Goblin, the Doctor Doom, the Aero. You can get the Patriot. You know, you can get the Hela. More combo pieces. But the Leader, maybe. The Mysterio, the Venom. But those are after. You first need your Wong, your Mystique, your Destroyer, and your Zera. Those are the best cards, bro. Then you can take a look at the Logo too, the Wave. You know what I'm saying, brother? So in reality, you don't really need the tier list because these are the cards you want. But if you already have them, then you need the tier list to see what else can you do, and take a look at the decks you like, because maybe they tell you, well, I don't know, the Venom is great, but you don't like destroy decks. Then the Venom isn't that great for you. So that is also something to take into consideration. But I will stop rambling and letting take it away.
So I broke them up into 4 tiers, tier 1, 2, and 3, the usual. Then you got your trash tier. I actually feel bad about that because there's cards I actually really like in there, like Polaris. But, I mean, you don't...
Bro, let's take a look at that trash tier. Adam Warlock. You guys know that I like Adam Warlock. To me, he isn't trash tier. But you don't want to spend tokens on Adam Warlock either. You know what I'm saying? So take Adam Warlock to the tier 3, brother. Because he can be cool, but you don't want to spend tokens on him. That is for sure. Baron Mordo is trash tier. Black Ball is trash tier. Crystal. Crystal is uber trash dumpster tier, bro. Crystal shouldn't exist. You can delete it out of the game. I don't give a fuck. Drax, trash tier for sure. And here we come to a disagreement, my bro Alexander. And I like you, bro. You put Green Goblin in tier 1. But Hazmat isn't trash tier. Maybe she was trash tier. But you have here in the same tier list a Luke Cage. And Luke Cage make Hazmat work. I've been playing a Hazmat Luke Cage deck that, okay, maybe it isn't the best deck in the game, but it's really fun and can win games. And it is something original. It is a different archetype that I'm enjoying a lot, and it can win a lot of games, brother. It isn't a weak deck at all. So Hazmat isn't trash tier. Do you want to spend tokens on her? If you already have all the powerful cards, sure, go for it. But if you don't have Death or the other cards that we have talked about, you are better off going for those cards. That is true. And I do like Polaris. Polaris is great in the Kingpin deck that I love. And now that the movement decks are... the new archetype for movement decks isn't only moving your cards, but also moving the opponent's card with things like Magneto, Polaris, and Aero. So Polaris isn't trash tier either. Are you going to spend tokens on Polaris? No, you are not going to do that. Of course not. But trash tier, brother, I don't know if it is trash tier. M'Baku for sure is uber trash tier. Fucking bullshit. And Psylocke isn't trash tier either. Psylocke is a good ramp-up card, dude, that finds a place in the Galactus ramp deck. So maybe when I find my Galactus, I will be playing the Psylocke on that deck. Maybe. I'm not sure, but maybe. So, yes, those are the 3 cards I don't agree with the trash tier. Everything else, cool. Oh, no, and Adam Warlock. Adam Warlock. You aren't going to buy Adam Warlock with tokens. Don't do that. But, brother, Adam Warlock is a trash tier, though.
Need Polaris in pretty much any deck. Like, it's kind of like a niche card. So the trash tier are either really bad...
You need Polaris in the Kingpin deck, bro. You need Polaris in the Kingpin deck.
Bad cards like Hazmat and Crystal, or they're cards that, like, are never really...
Hazmat is in the Luke Cage. It is a new deck, so maybe he made this video before that deck arrives, And the Crystal, yes, Crystal just doesn't exist, bro. Crystal doesn't exist. There isn't a single one person in the whole world that uses Crystal. Nobody plays that card. Nobody knows that card exists, dude.
Really a important fixture in any given deck. Like Polaris is cool in like disruption decks, but not required. So it's just like a, why do you spend your credits there? No point, right?
Exactly.
And then you got...
That is what I'm saying. The cards aren't trash tier per se, but yes, you aren't going to spend your tokens on those cards. You aren't a resource so valuable as tokens. You aren't going to spend your tokens on that bullshit. That is true. And maybe I do agree then that you put them in the last tier, because even if I like the card, you aren't going to spend tokens on that. Maybe the Hazmat if you have the Luke Cage, maybe, and if you really like the archetype,
Tier 3, we're starting from the bottom. At tier 3, these are cards where it's like, they're not bad cards, but they're not like meta-defining cards, and they might go well if you have like, if you've unlocked many of a specific archetype. Like, for instance, Calling Wing's a fantastic card if you have a ton of your discard synergy ready to go. Brood's awesome if you've unlocked Mystique and Patriot. So like,
I do agree with this tier. It is, those are cards that are kind of weak. They could find a place, but you aren't going to spend your tokens on them either, But you know what card I don't agree here? Orca. And not because it is good. It is because Orca is uber trash tier. What is Orca doing there, bro? Place Orca in the trash tier. Orca is trash for sure. But everything else, Agatha, bro, you aren't going to spend tokens on Agatha. And I love Agatha. I play Agatha on my AFK deck that I play when I watch videos, I react to videos. But you aren't, nobody's going to spend tokens on Agatha, my dude. You know. No, Crossbones. Crossbones is trash tier, dude. Crossbones so thick. Come on, but the other cards, I agree with the placement. And Nick Fury is stupid too. I fucking hate Nick Fury. And Magic should be higher. Magic enables a lot of combos. So I don't know if Magic should be in the tier 3. You could get Magic to tier 2 easily. But in general terms, this is a good tier. I kind of agree with this.
There are a variety of different factors at play here, and one thing you'll note is that the pool 5 and 6 cards have the glowing borders, so you can identify them at a glance a little faster. It's also worth noting that everything is in alphabetical order. It's not tiered from left to right, it's just tiered top to bottom. Okay. So anyways, tier 3, it's like if you have the major pieces to it, go ahead, spend those tokens, but I would prefer you save them for the tier 2 and the tier 1 especially. At tier 2, what you got is you got cards that I think have a lot of potential, can be meta-defining in specific decks. Cards like Death, right? In Destroy decks, Death can be absolutely amazing.
Exactly. In fact, you could put Death in the tier 1, bro. Death can easily land on tier 1. Because the Death Wave deck is one of the strongest decks in the game. The Death Wave Aero deck, the Deadpool Death Wave deck. Death finds a lot of play. You could bump up Death to the tier 1 for sure. But you know what card shouldn't be here in tier 2? What the fuck is Wasp doing there, bro? Wasp sucks. The only deck Wasp is useful is in the Lockjaw deck. And just because you take her away. Because you don't want her on your board. Because Lockjaw takes her away. And she's useful on the Patriot deck too. She's useful on the Patriot deck too. But you can play a Patriot deck without the Wasp. She's necessary to play that deck. She's kind of necessary to the Lockjaw deck because she enables, in the unrevealed Lockjaw deck, because she enables a lot of strong combos. She's necessary there. But outside of that, I wouldn't spend 1k tokens on the Wasp, bro. Don't do that, my dude. Don't spend 1k tokens on the fucking Wasp. Expend those one unless it is your last card or you are on your 5 last cards, then go ahead. But if you need strong cards, bro, don't waste those tokens on the fucking Wasp. Listen to me, my dude.
Zola is an incredible card in conjunction with Black Panther if you unlock them, or if you have them from the Battle Pass. Devil Dinosaur. Agent Coulson is one of my favorite new Series 4 and 5 cards.
I don't like Agent Coulson. Now, maybe I'm wrong. I don't care if I am wrong. I don't like him. What can I tell you? I hate Agent Coulson. I prefer Mariah Hill. Or as we call her in Spanish, Maria Hill. Bro, Maria Hill is better than Agent Coulson, in my opinion. You can play Maria Hill on the bounce deck, and she's insanely good there, brother. She's only 2 energy. She gives you a 1-cost card that buffs the collector. You can bounce her back, play her with 1 energy, and also play the card, bounce those back, buff a bunch your collector, keep generating cards. Bro, Maria Hill is insanely better or best or whatever you say that Agent Coulson. Agent Coulson sucks very big. Are you having as the first card? Well, he said that the order doesn't matter, but he put it there first. You know what I'm saying? In the tier 2, I don't like Agent Coulson. And Valkyrie is good. Super Scroll, it is yet to be seen, but it is good. I don't like the Helicarrier yet, but maybe the Helicarrier will find a good place someday. Of course, I agree with the Mr. Negative. I agree with the Mysterio. Rogue could be tier 3. She's great, but you kind of don't need her, you know. Leader is great. I don't agree with the Human Torch. Why would you spend? The movement deck sucks, and even in movement decks, you can play them without Human Torch. So you wouldn't expect tokens on a Human Torch. So Hela is awesome. You guys know I love Hela. It's in my top 3 favorite cards of the game. I love Ghost Rider too. Those 2 cards, I completely agree with them. They are cool to have. When I'm scrolling down on my collection and I'm not playing them, but I just see that I have the Ghost Rider and the Hela, I feel happy. Just because they are there. The Debris is cool, the Deadpool is cool, but I don't know if you would spend tokens on them. You know, they are good cards, but maybe you don't want to spend tokens on them unless you already have all the tier 1 cards, you know. And then you say, well, I will buy the debris. But if you don't have those cards, better go for those.
You also have Hela, who can be meta defining, gives you an entire new archetype. Rogue is one of the best disrupt cards in the game. Valkyrie, an incredible new tool that we have to make very interesting decks. Venom, I mean, the list goes on. These are all cards that really can produce viable decks, and if you really like the card, just unlock it, right? They're valuable cards, and I actually included Galactus at tier 2 because, like, on the surface, I think that Galactus is obviously a really cool card, but I wanted to be like, all right, we know what Galactus does, and we know that there's some synergy, but it's also an extremely high-risk play. So after, like, pulling the combo off, like, once or twice, are you really gonna play him for ranking? Like, it's hard to say. It's still early, right? So my initial impressions are probably not, like, it's not a broken OP card, so you probably aren't gonna want to do that, but you still want the card because it's cool, right? So
I love that last one sentence, dude, because that is exactly what I think. I do believe that Galactus can be viable. Of course, it won't be the strongest deck in the game. That is for sure. It will not be the strongest deck in the game, but it can be viable to rank up. For sure, it can be. But the thing is, and since Galactus is the card I want the most right now in the game, since I got my Green Goblin, I don't care if it isn't strong, bro. Do you think I care if Galactus isn't strong? I don't give a fuck. I just want him because he's cool. That is all I need. For him being cool. Because when you play the Galactus, the animation comes and you see him giant in the space, destroying the planet, and he yells, kneel before Galactus. That is all I need, brother. That is all I need. If the card sucks, I don't give a fuck. But I hope it is good too. And I know it can be viable. You can rank up. The good thing about Marvel Snap is you can rank up with whatever deck, brother. It is harder with some decks, but if you know how to snap and retreat, you will rank up. So just have fun, my dude. Play the deck that you like the archetype. That is what I do. That's why right now I'm playing the Hazmat Luke Cage archetype. Is that deck the best deck? By no means, dude. But it's one of the most fun decks, bro. It is cool dropping the Hazmat Nuke on them, brother. It is insanely cool. So that is what I like. And you can rank up with the deck because if you know, oh, I have my combo, it will snap. I don't have my combo, I will retreat. That is all you need to know.
Understand. And then we get to tier 1. These cards are cards that I believe if you've seen the shop and you like the card, that you should be buying it. They are cards that stand alone by themselves, like cards like Green Goblin, Magneto.
By the way, if you want to know what cards I have bought on my token shop were the Luke Cage and the Absorbing Man. The only CDC card that I have found on my collectors, on my token shop is Bast, and Bast is cool, but those are 6K tokens, and the card that I really want is Galactus, so I'm saving those for Galactus, but he hasn't showed up on my token shop yet. But I bought the Luke Cage because I wanted to play the Hazmat deck, and Absorbing Man was the first card that showed up. When the token shop launched, the first thing that showed up was Absorbing Man. I have 12K tokens, and I said, bro, I'm going to spend these motherfuckers down right now. And I bought the Absorbing Man. And he's a cool card. I like him. And he's showing the Absorbing Man in tier 1. I don't know if he's tier 1, but he is a cool card. I like him. And he can enable some crazy combos. So that is cool. He has the Green Goblin and he's highlighting the Green Goblin and the Magneto. All right, brother. All right. The Green Goblin, it is for sure one cool card that you can get. Green Goblin finds a place in a lot of decks. In the Hazmat deck, in the Give Your Opponent Some Young deck, in the Lock Your deck, even in on-reveal decks, you don't want to trigger him with one, but in other lane, and you can give him the Green Goblin. You can, in the Destroyer deck, because you give it to the other lane and you don't destroy the Goblin. You can play Goblin even in a Su deck. The Green Goblin is insanely good, bro, and it is, bro, it's a Green Goblin. It's the best card in the game, my dude. If this is the first time you are watching one of my videos, this is a joke, my dude. I always say that Green Goblin is the best card in the game because he's my favorite card. Of course, he isn't the best card in the game, but everything I just said, that you can play Green Goblin in almost every deck, that is true. That is for sure true. And he is for sure a tier 1 card. Of course, I will get first the Wong, the Mystique, the Destroyer, the Zeta, but if you already have those cards, you can't be wrong with a Green Goblin, bro. Green Goblin is really good because the ability to take one space from the opponent It's insane. You don't even need it for the points. You just want to take away one space from the opponent. That is really cool.
There are cards that are just amazing in like pool 1 and 2 deck lists, regardless of your collection level, which is like Hood, Sarah.
Great,
you have obviously Dracula's.
Bro, the Hood is played in like 99% of decks, bro. Take a look at a website where they say what are the most played decks. And take a look at what cards are in those decks. And you will find the Hood in 9 out of 10 decks, bro. I guarantee it, bro. The Hood is really played. It isn't the card that makes the deck work. That is true. You don't need the Hood to make the deck work. But it makes the deck better, bro. The Hood makes a lot of decks better. So the Hood is a really cool card that you can have. If you already have all the other cool cards in this tier 1 and all the cards that I have already said, you can buy the Hood for sure. You can be wrong with a Hood, bro. The Hood is great.
Is amazing in discard lists. Destroyer can basically run a pool 2 deck with just Destroyer and be absolutely top notch. I've showed that deck list.
You can get a Destroyer. Let's say you just got to 500 levels. You had 3k tokens. You can get the Destroyer. Only 1k. You already have 2k left. And forget about those 2k. And just build a deck with a bunch of ongoing cards and place a Destroyer there. And that is a tier 1 deck, bro. That is a deck that can take you to 1k cubes, you know. Because that deck is insane, bro. You just place there a Cosmo, a Professor X, an Armor, or whatever, and play a Destroyer. You don't give a fuck. You climb. Easy as that.
A bunch of times. Arrow, probably the best disruption card in the game. Absorbing Man, an absolutely insane ability of copying it on reveal. Daredevil, ridiculous. Doctor Doom, what, the best zoo card in the game probably.
I know that a lot of people like Daredevil, and maybe I am wrong because I don't have much experience with Daredevil. I haven't played him a lot, so that's why I don't have a strong opinion about Daredevil. But I don't really feel like he's one of the strongest cards in the game. I wouldn't expect spend 1k in Daredevil unless he's one of my last cards and I just wanna get out of the Series C, you know. But I personally wouldn't spend 1k on Daredevil. And maybe he's cool, but I don't feel like I need him, you know. Doctor Doom is great. Doctor Doom is great, brother. And you guys know that I love Doctor Doom. The character and the card. The card is great. I love it.
Green Goblin can slide into pretty much any deck. Lockjaw, a whole new archetype. Like,
that's what I told you. Green Goblin can be in any deck, bro. You just play the Green Goblin and you are great, bro.
The list goes on. And you got the Mystique Patriot, of course, and I mean, they need no introduction. What I'm trying to tell you here is that at the top of the tiers, you're seeing these cards that can be absolutely deck defining. They give you tools that you can't find anywhere else. Like Wave and Wong, you don't find those tools anywhere else, right? Sarah, you don't find those tools anywhere else. Shiri is going to get nerfed, absolutely broken, by the way. And then you have Thanos. Thanos is just so interesting. Whether he's amazing or not is still up for discussion. It's
what I said earlier. So then why did you put Thanos in tier 1, brother? We don't know yet if Thanos will be good. And for him to be good, he needs a lot of support with Series 3 cards. So I don't know if it should be tier 1, bro. If you put Galactus in tier 2, place Thanos in tier 2 too. You know.
Still so new. I actually just unlocked him, so I'm excited to actually give him a shot and, you know, test a bunch of decks out live on stream. But the thing about it is a whole new way to play Marvel Snap. It's a whole new way to play Marvel Snap. Way more than Galactus. Galactus is like a cool finisher, but Thanos is like a completely different way. It's like a whole different game, right? So that's why if you have the tokens and you want to have that experience, it's worth spending those tokens. So
it is true because of the experience, but what if Thanos just sucks and you lose every fucking game you play him? You wasted 6k tokens, you know? If you need the tokens, if you don't need it, like, he maybe has a full Series C collection, so I'm going to get the Thanos, of course. I will do it too. But if you still need Series C cards, go for the Series C cards, my brother. Go for the Series C cards first.
So this is the tier list. I don't really want to go through every single card because it would take forever, but at a glance, obviously, I do think that there are some cards that offer more value than others. What I will say is that patience, I think, will favor many people. You know, don't go and just blow all your tokens at once, because then you're going to see that card that you really...
That is true, bro. That could happen because of the 8 hours rotation. Maybe you see a card that is kind of cool, that you kind of like. It isn't one of the best cards, but you like the card. let's say it is, I don't know. Let's pick a card that is cool, but it's the Beast. You see a Beast. The Beast is cool. Beast enables the bounce deck. So you say, bro, I kinda like the bounce deck. I kinda like Beast, but I don't have a Wong. I don't have a Mystique. I kinda want to save my tokens for those cards, but I don't know when they are going to show up in my shop. And I have Beast right here, right now. I could buy Beast right now. So that is like a psychological trick that they are playing on you, my brother. So be really careful with what you spend your tokens on, because it is impossible to refund them. So if you aren't 100% sure you want this card, just wait, bro. Just be patient, dude.
Really want, you're like, oh man, I don't have enough tokens. You can pin it, but it might take a while for you to get those damn tokens.
Exactly.
So it's better if you conserve and really make educated decisions as opposed to just wasting those sweet, sweet tokens. Thanks for watching, guys. I got another video down below. I'd love if you watch it and continue the fun that we're having here in Marvel Snap. I can't wait to see you on Twitch, and we'll see you in that next Marvel Snap video.
Bro, this was a good video. He made some really good points. Of course, we can agree 100% of everything. So maybe I disagree in some placements on the tier. But he made some really good points that I completely agree. You should be patient. Green Goblin can slide on every deck. And the tokens are scarce. I agree with everything about that, bro. So, Alexander, great video, bro. Thank you very much. This was awesome. And yes, my brothers, remember to be patient with your tokens. And I recommend you watch my video where I talk about my opinion on the token shop, because there I go through everything about the token shop that maybe they should tweak, because there are things that are insane about that shop that trick you, and I believe they should improve, because saving up 1K tokens is hard. Imagine saving up 6K tokens for a Series 5 card. It's insane, brother. And if you are still here, thank you very much for being here. You are awesome. Thank you for all the support you guys have been giving me. Remember to like and subscribe to the video. You can follow me on Twitch. I stream there playing Marvel Snap. You can come and hang out with me. You can also follow me on Twitter. I post there every time that I upload a video. And when I go live on Twitch, I will leave both links down below. Thank you very much, guys, for being here. You are truly awesome. And remember, as a great Bill Hicks said, this is just a ride.